I've kept a journal for as long as I can remember. I used it to chronicle my every thought and dream, until the day I opened it to find it completely blank. I feel like there's something up with my mother lately. She always means well, but something's off. It's just a feeling. Sometimes I worry about Eleanor being too shy. It makes things difficult, especially at school, but she's still my friend. I've known Eleanor since we moved to the area. She was my first friend round here, and I think I was probably hers too. We had each other and that's never changed, but even once I started to make other friends, she didn't. Eleanor's upset because of a rumour that she broke a window at school. She says she didn't do it, but John already told her parents that it was her. John's a friend of the family, but he hasn't been around much lately. He works nearby, but there was a time he visited my parents and me often. John seems to miss us, even though he doesn't visit anymore. I asked him why, but didn't really get anywhere. He always makes serious questions into some kind of joke. Mum didn't say much when I talked to her about John not visiting. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it, but I wish I knew what was wrong.
Eleanor overreacted about me telling John she'd broken the window. It's not as bad as she thinks it is, but she's really upset. We didn't leave things well after speaking about the window. Eleanor didn't want to talk about it anymore, and in a way I was glad. Eleanor and I tried to work out what might have happened to my journal. She's good at setting things out logically, even if we didn't get anywhere.
The Girl and the Roller Coaster. Once there was a great travelling carnival, renowned for its splendour across all the land. Where they travelled, they brought with them the strangest and most wonderful sights. The Big Top held some of the most talented circus performers who had ever lived. For the thrill seekers, of course, so much of this magic was just the backdrop for the rides. It was the rides that the girl cared about above all else. Each year she returned, the ride seemed even more exciting. No more so than the year she was finally tall enough to ride the roller coaster. In her mind she had built it up to something almost unreal, yet wonderfully it did not disappoint. As she got older, life got more complicated, until one year she was so wrapped up in life that she decided not to go. It was months before she realised how a part of her felt empty at having missed it. A sense of loss she couldn't explain. However, the carnival never returned. Her mother told her perhaps it closed down. Carnivals were no longer so impressive in this day and age. For some reason she blamed herself, as if somehow it was her fault they were gone. It had been so important to her. Why had she let it go?